What it do, NFL fam? Now, I've been watching a lot of coaches recently get fired. Yeah, they've been getting fired. A lot of coaches been getting fired. Yeah, they be on the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? That seat has been getting hot. They even fired Harbaugh. Not only fired Harbaugh, what's the cat over there in Miami? They fired that cat, Daniel, whatever. Fired dude. You know what I'm saying? They even fired a whole bunch of coaches. And this coach right here, he ain't fired. No, he ain't fired, but when he started play calling, the team got worse. You know he's a defensive person. And I be expecting a lot of this stuff that he does from a defensive-minded person. But no punting. You just don't like the punt. No, punt is not good. Don't punt. I play Madden. I'll be playing Madden. And I'll have somebody, they'll be backed up. They're in their own, they're in their own red zone. You know what I'm saying? They behind, you know what I'm saying? They like 3rd and 30. Backed up all the way in their end zone. Okay, and then they go for it. And then I'm like, all right, they miss it. Go in and punt the ball. They still going for it. Why would you go for it? Why would you go for it? It doesn't make no sense. It boggles the mind. But I guess they be thinking, well, we got this mandatory play, and everybody, even in Madden, they got one mandatory play that should get you a first down. Okay, it's like whatever it is. Everybody got one mandatory play. You can't just go for it and you just making up a play. You just like, I got one mandatory play. We're gonna make this. We're gonna make this. But if you see you've used that mandatory play through a whole season and the percentage rate shows that it doesn't work all the time, and you have a decent defense. You got a decent defense. Use your defense. You don't want your defense to play. You don't like them to get their number. You don't like it. When he was a defensive person, that's the thing. If you were a defensive person, why you don't want your defense to play? That's my theory. It's my theory because they are declining. Their only chance I think that they had recently was when the Niners took them out. Because you got to remember, see, football is not just get in there and let's get in there, tackle and all that type stuff. No, it's if you can break it down scientifically. Niners went back into the locker room at halftime, broke down everything that they were doing, and came back and won the game. So it's not hard to beat them, especially once you see schematically what they're doing. We see their limitations. We know your quarterback. You got Ron St. Brown. You got a decent run game, but now, your quarter, put some pressure on that quarterback. Put some pressure on him. He ain't finna be running for no 30, 40 yards, and he ain't Patrick Mahomes, so the referees ain't got his back. It don't work like that. Play football. It's a game of inches. Now, if you got the tush push, if you got something like that, well, maybe you can do that. And then that's starting to die out. What did they, I forgot, they had, the Eagles was playing somebody. I don't know if it was the Giants game where they did that tush push for like four plays, and everybody was mad about that. It was like, man, this ain't football. To do it for four. Like I said, I kept telling the Eagles, like, hey, do it from the time you get the kickoff, get the ball, and then do tush push all the way down the field. You're going to get the first down. Just keep doing it. So when you're doing something like going for it all the time, that ain't gonna win you. You think you're gonna get to a Super Bowl by doing that? Well, then why get defensive players? You just get a bunch of defensive bums and just put everything on offense and just continue to keep going for it. Continue to keep going for it. And if you don't make it, then you blame everybody else. So that's my theory on this. Let me know what y'all think. Leave it in the comments. Peace. I'm out of here.